Welcome dear learners. In this video, I am going to discuss about closures as a packaging material for parenteral preparations. In the previous lecture, I have discussed about the container as a packaging material. Now we will see the different type of closures as a packaging material for parenteral. So what is closures? Closure is a part of package which prevent the content from escaping and allow no substance to the container to enter into the container. Means what is closure? We can say it is a part of container, but it protect every substance, or we can say any substance, to enter into the container. Now closures are available in a 5 basic designs that we will discuss today. That is a screw on, we can say threaded screw on cap, or we can say the lug cap, then crimp on, or we can say the crown caps, press on, or we can say the snap cap, and roll on, or we can say on the friction cap. So I will discuss it one by one in detail. Now the first one is the threaded screw cap type. So what is threaded screw cap? Here in this picture we can see this type of cap is there as a closure. So when a screw cap is applied, its threads engaged with the corresponding thread mold on the neck of the bottle. Like this kind of closure, it's known as threaded screw cap closure. We can say a liner in the cap, it passed against the opening of the container and seals the product in the container, and it will provide the resistance to the chemical and physical reaction with the product. And the screw cap, this screw cap is made up of the metal, or we can say the plastic, and the metal is usually for the tin plate, or we can say the aluminum plate, and plastic is a thermoplastic, or we can say the thermosetting material. So this type of closure is known as the threaded screw cap. Now the next is the lug cap. Now what is it? So we can say this lug cap is similar to the threaded screw cap. It is similar to threaded screw cap, but it is simply an interrupt thread on the glass finish. It is on the glass finish instead of a continuous thread. So unlike the threaded closure, it requires only a quarter turn. We can say it is used for both the normal atmosphere pressure, or we can say the vacuum pressure closing. Generally it is a thread on the glass finish instead of the continuous thread. This is the difference between this lug cap and threaded screw cap. Now we will see the next is the crown cap. As already you have seen in the many beverages. So this closure is known as crown cap. So this style cap is used as a crimped closure, and generally it is used to close the beverage bottles. Now the next is roll-on closures. So this type of material is known as the roll-on closures. So the aluminum roll-on cap can be sealed securely. It's opened easily and released effectively. It's releasable, non-releasable, and pilfer-proof types of roll-on closures are available. So there are releasable, non-releasable, and pilfer-proof type of roll-on closures are available. So releasable and non-releasable, we can see this kind of closures are releasable, or this is non-releasable. Now we will see what is pilfer-proof closures. So it is similar to roll-on closure but has a greater skid length. This additional length extends below the threaded portion. It will fasten to the basic cap by series of narrow bridges. Here you can see this kind of closures are a pilfer-proof closure. So what happened? When the closure is removed, the extra portion remains in the space on the neck of a container, and this indicates that the package has been opened. We can say over here. Now we will see the closure liners. We can say a liner may be defined as a material. What is liner? So it is a material that inserted in a cap to effect a seal between closure and container. There is a seal between closure and container is known as closure liners. It is of a two type. We can say a homogeneous liner and a heterogeneous liner. So what is the difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous? So homogeneous means these are one piece liners available as a disc, or we can say the ring of rubber or plastic, and it can be withstand high temperature sterilization. And heterogeneous liners, so these are composed of a layers of a different materials chosen for specific requirement. Different layer. Here it's available as a one piece, but it's available as a different layers. It consists of facing as well as backing. So these are the type of closure liners which will seal the container and closure. When we are selecting the liners, we have to take care about some point. For example, it should be chemically inert. Then we can say it should be resistant to heat. The shelf life, it should not change the shape during the storage, or we can say it should not decrease the shelf life of the closure itself, and it should be cheap. Now this is all about closure and closure liners. Now we will see the rubbers as a closure, or we can say the elastomers. So rubber is the excellent material for forming seals. It's used to form closure such as bungs for vials. As we have already seen the types of vials, how it is appear. In similar applications such as we can say the gaskets in aerosol cans. So this rubbers is used for vials and in the aerosol cans. Now it's of a two type general. So generally it's classified into two category, the natural rubber as well as synthetic rubber. So the natural rubber is suitable for multiple use closures for injectable products, as rubber reseals after multiple injection, or we can say insertion of needle. Right? Means it is suitable for multiple use closures. But here synthetic rubber have a fewer additives and thus fewer extractable and tends to experience less sorption of product ingredient. So this type of rubber we cannot use for multiple use closures. Now we will see the types of rubber. So there are four types of rubbers which is used to make this. Is a butyl rubber, nitrile rubber, chloroprene rubbers and silicone rubbers. See, the butyl rubbers are generally cheap compared to other synthetic rubbers. The permeability of air and water vapor is very low for this type of rubbers. And the nitrile rubbers. So when we talk about nitrile rubber, it is heat resistance. But the absorption of the bactericide, or we can say the leaching of extractives are more over here in the nitrile rubbers. So we cannot use it for more preparation. Then chloroprene rubbers. So as per the structure, this chloroprene rubber, or we can say the neoprene rubber, it contains the chlorine group and it is close to the double bond. So the bond is resistant to oxidation. So this rubber is more polar. So it is a oil resistant and the heat stability is good. So it is more useful type of rubber. Then silicone rubbers. It is also heat resistance. It have a poor tensile strength, but extremely it will provide the low absorption and permeability of the water. So we can use this kind of rubbers as a closer. Now we will see the film foil and laminates. So what is the film foil and laminates? We can say regenerated cellulose film. It's based on the viscose. Viscose is a chemical that is used to manufacture the rayon. And laminating two or more types of films. That's why it is known as laminates. Cellulose coating, it have the foil and paper play a different roles. such as a supportive, barrier, heat seal and decorative. This film foil and laminates are used for the strip packs, the blister pack, then we can say the liners for the boxes. And the foils are of two types. It's a foil blisters and aluminium foil. So when it is known as a foil blisters, so when it's sealed with a metal foil cover, so when sealed with a metal foil cover, the blister can provide a hermetic pack. For example, an isolated system which excludes any exchange of gases between the product and surrounding atmosphere. And the second one is aluminium foil. So it is the best pharmaceutical packaging film for tablet, capsule, or we can say we can use it for pills also, and which is taking place of PVC film, the polyvinyl chloride film. We can use aluminium foil for the tablet, capsule as well as we can say the pills. So it's a good suitable for PVC sheet. So these are the type of closures and design of closures which we can use for parenteral preparations. Now in the next lecture we will see the tamper resistant material as a packaging material for parenteral. Thank you dear learners. Keep learning.